attention and write your notes because questions will be embedded in this video. Laboratory safety and procedures. Why worry about safety? Well, chemistry is a hands-on laboratory class, and because of that, we will be dealing with some hazardous chemicals, and we want to make sure that everyone in the class is safe. Also, the equipment that we use is made out of glass, which is easily breakable, and you do not want any glass cuts. Safety in the science classroom. Obey the safety contract. You will all be signing one. First of all, use common sense. No unauthorized experiments. Wear your safety goggles all the time. Safety is an attitude, and don't take anything out of the lab. Always read and follow all the instructions. General lab rules. Exercise caution and good judgment. Never eat, drink, chew gum, or put on makeup in a science classroom. Never sit on lab tables, even if a lab is not in progress. There are 5 non-negotiables of lab safety. You must always wear your goggles and aprons during lab. You also must wear closed-toed shoes, no flip-flops. Long hair must be tied back so it does not get into any of the chemicals or the open fire. No baggy clothing or excessive jewelry, also because it can knock something over. No horseplay, no pushing, and no shoving. Cell phones are considered horseplay because they can distract you and you will not be paying attention to the lab safety procedures. This student has multiple violations. She is not wearing goggles. Her hair is not tied back so it could get into an open flame or the chemicals on the table. Her long sleeves are baggy and she is wearing excessive jewelry as well. She is also sitting at the lab table, which you should never do. These stools are only for when we are testing. This is because if something spills, it is harder for you to get away from those chemicals that have just spilled. How to properly use lab equipment. Here we have the vent hood. That's used for noxious toxic chemicals. It takes the fumes out like an oven vent. Then in the front you see a rectangular white and blue box. That is for broken glass. You are required to throw all broken glass into this box to prevent anyone else getting accidentally cut by the glass. We also have the orange spill kit. That is basically like kitty litter. It's used to absorb and neutralize any of the chemical spills. Then you have your aprons and goggles, which you all must wear. In an emergency, you may need to use the safety shower or eye wash. Make sure that you flush your eyes for 20 seconds. The shower and eye wash is used to remove chemicals off your body. You may need a partner to assist you because of your natural tendency to want to close your eyes or to touch your eyes when this happens. Next, we have the fire extinguisher, which is used to put out fires. Then we have the first aid kit and the fire blanket. Take this moment to locate the safety lab equipment around you in this classroom. Wafting. How to properly smell a chemical. You never want to directly smell a lab chemical because it can harm your respiratory system. So follow what this student is doing and wave the chemical towards your nose in order to waft. Fan it towards your nose to smell it.
Lighting a Bunsen burner. In order to turn on the gas, the valve needs to be parallel. Off would be perpendicular. To start the flame, the neck needs to be turned down. The gas valve controls the height of the flame. Use a striker to turn on the flame. This orange flame is easier to light, but is not as hot. To change the flame from orange to blue, move the neck up. This student's flame is too high. She's using the gas valve on the bottom of the Bunsen burner to lower the flame. The blue flame has an inner and an outer cone. Always heat the test tube on the top of the inner cone. This is the hottest part of the flame.
Okay.
When diluting an acid, always add acid to water. This student is adding concentrated acid to a flask of water. You can see that the chemical burns that could happen if you do the opposite and add water to acid.